Well, good morning, everybody. Look what I got here. This is the eLED.com panel light. This is a 2-foot by 4-foot panel light. The website has it listed as being model number 2X4 PANE075UD. Now, I guess that means to say that's 2 foot by 4 foot. It's a 75 watt. And this is one of their premium DLC models. It's got frosted glass, and it's UL listed and DLC listed. And by being DLC certified, that means it's eligible for rebates, and there's regulatory things. You know, it's a super high efficiency model, and it's listed as having 6,250 lumens, which is a lot of light. Let's take a look at it some more. Here's the back side of it, and you can see it's pretty much flat. It seems to have 6 very strong mounting points, and then some sort of a metal box with the voltage regulation circuitry. Here's a close-up of the label. Now, it's really interesting. The website gave it one model number, and I repeated that earlier. But if you look in the website and you go to specifications, they actually have what they call a DLC model number. And that appears to be the number that we have here that says 2X4BR75W UL DLC-4NW. And the -4NW is for 4,000 degree neutral white. It's also available in a 5,000 degree cool white. So I would guess that's probably -5CW. This panel light also comes with some heavy-duty looking mounting hardware. Let's explore this a little further. The mounting kit comes with, appears to be 6 stainless steel cables with one end seems to have some sort of an attached ball, 6 eyelets, and 3 hooks. So let me see if I can play around with this and figure out how this is supposed to hook up. Show you how these things work. They're really nice, very nice, high quality things. You can see this is spring loaded right here. It's a locking mechanism. So the steel cable is welded on one end so it doesn't fray. You push in and then you press the lock in, and then it comes out and it's locked in here so you can adjust the lengths. This thing is a bolt. Let me just see it here. It's got an expansion, and these things are slitted with holes. And this is an expansion bolt. So basically you put this through a hole in the ceiling, and as you tighten this thing up, these metal fingers spread out, and they lock. So if you have drywall and you're hanging this thing from drywall, this thing will attach to drywall. It looks like about maybe designed for 5/8 inch. On the panel end, you can see the bracket. There's 6 brackets here, and you can see there's the little ball. It goes in here and then it clips, or it goes in here and just clips, and you can kind of see that goes in there. So you can actually set up everything, then put the panel up there, and then clip each one of these things in there to make it for easy, quick mounting. These cables is just about 39 inches long. Okay, I mounted this up as a kind of a mock-up. This is a temporary mock-up just to show how the mounting goes. And you can kind of see how these things go here. Kind of fits right in there. It comes in very easy to pop in and out. And then it goes up to these things. And like I say, you can adjust the lengths. As what I did is I pre-measured every one to make sure that they were the exact same length. But if you want to, you can you just pull it through and make it shorter. Or if you press in the locking mechanism, you can pull it back out. But Here the thing is, just like I say, temporary. I'm going to mount it up permanently, but I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that right now. This is really designed for drop ceilings. This is, like I say, absolutely perfect for drop ceilings. Normally a drop ceiling you'd have like a 2-bulb or a 4-bulb 4-foot fluorescent with a plastic square there, and you take that out and replace it with this. And it'd be just like having a skylight. Let's take a look at the light a little bit better. Well, here we are for the work area of my garage. And this is the neutral light. I really love 4000K. It just seems to be the most perfect color. Although the 5000K might actually look more like a real skylight with the sun shining on it. But this kind of looks more like a fluorescent replacement. It's up to you. It's more efficient as you go higher. But let's take a look at this panel. If you notice, it's absolutely, I don't even know if you can even notice that on the camera. Let me back up a little bit, but let's see here. So it's absolutely perfect, even light. There's no dark spots or bright spots. Everything is very perfect with this. And at 75 watts, I mean, it's a lot of light. But you know, like I said, that's the only lights on in this room here. And it's really doing a very nice job. And it'll be a pleasure working underneath this thing once I get it finally installed. The actual dimensions are 23 and 9/16 wide, and then 47 and 5/8 in length. This metal here is 3/8 of an inch. Here's what the voltage, the LED driver looks like. So let me show what I did here. I took the cover off of the box, and plan is I got some nice conduit here, boy. This was just a really nice way to do it. I wanted to wire up the switch. You can see I've got a wall switch right here, and that wall switch went to a wire just coming out of the wall. So I put a metal box on there, and might as well, put an outlet on there. They're cheap. They're 60 cents where they cost. Run this thing through here, drill the hole, coming through here. So I'm gonna have nice conduit. And then the plan is this rubber grommet comes out. Take this wire out of here, and then the attachment point for the conduit comes in here. And we'll have a nice professional job. And then I just got to get some mounting to mount it underneath this shelf up here, and then everything will be fine. So let me just show you in just a few minutes what it's going to look like. It's going to be great. Yeah, there we go, all bolted together. Those things aren't coming apart. Okay, if I'm going to mount this thing up flush against a piece of wood, I had to take the mounting brackets off. And so I got all the screws off, and let me peek inside here and see what's inside. Well, not much to see. A red wire and a black wire, and I'm not going to take it further apart than that, but I do have to take these things off. You can see they're tracked. This is an extruded metal thing, and each one of these screws in the extruded metal. And these are like double things together. So I'm going to take apart this corner and slide these things out. Got the frame off because I took off two little screws here, and this frame comes off, and I managed to slide those things out. So, man, this is going to avoid the warranty. Whatever you guys do, never tell eLEDLights.com that I did this. Here's a better look at the internal construction. You can see that there's like a row of LEDs here, and they're pointing in to the plastic. And it's just a piece of frosted plastic in this frame. So, like I said, there's the red wire. And it's actually a very simple design. Okay, I got the panel back together, and let's keep our fingers crossed. Oh, good, it comes back on. Well, anyway, I learned something really important. Is there's a thin steel metal. Okay, I got to drill some holes in here. I went to Home Depot to get some brackets. And I was thinking like a Z bracket to like mount this thing up against the wood, and I couldn't really find anything. So anyway, I'm going to drill a hole through the frame and screw it up that way. But make sure, if you're going to do this yourself, make sure you do it in the area where these screws were, because that's nice metal, and anything over here is something you don't want to be drilling into. So just see here. Well, there we go. Now look at that. Everything's all done. I got a nice work area. The panel light really kicks some butt. Nice and bright. Nice clear light. And like I said, I'm really proud of myself. I did a professional job. I've got a light switch and everything. And now I can get some work done instead of sitting here making these stupid videos.